yeah, side, can be danced diagonally back or diagonally forward, can be danced forward, or can be danced backwards. So diagonal, sides, forward, and back. So, and if you remember the footwork and what we do, cucaracha, it stands for, it says it's precious step, precious step. And the reason, so precious step. And when we do that precious step, and the name of the step cucaracha, which translates to English cockroach. So it means that you step on the cockroach and you twist and make a pressure to kill it. So that's what became that pressure step that cucaracha came from. And the way my teachers teach me and explain when Walter Laird was teaching cucaracha, that cucaracha should have that pressure step and the knees should be a little bit compressed, so slightly compressed. And after the action, when you transfer the weight back, then the leg will straighten on the way out from the leg. Then slightly flex, the full weight achieved on the second step, because the third step is the close your foot close and weight change. So, and important that the first step, when you do the first step, that the leg which you moved from, doesn't matter which direction, it should have a flat position, because it's a partial weight, and leg which moves to the side or any direction, which have to move a little bit outside of the body. And then by dancing the action, and primary, very important action is the hip action, that Cuban motion. And only on the second step you achieve full weight transfer. So it's more like a side step, because we need to close. So it's a foot close and body weight change. So in directions which is danced diagonally to the sides, diagonally, so forward to the sides, diagonally back and back, the footwork will be the same. So ball flat on the first step, flat stays flat on the second weight transfer, and then ball flat on the third step. Yeah, and the same will be backwards. Ball flat first and flat on the second, full weight transfer to achieve full weight transfer to close the foot and change your weight under your body. The only exception is when you dance cucaracha forward. And it's written that cucaracha forward, the first step is straightening the leg. So the leg straightens before you place the heel to the floor, so straight. So, and it's written that the first step is exactly the same like check forward walk, but only the first step. So first step. And the heel of the back leg will be released and we will be split weight. Then will be the difference between the check forward walk and cucaracha. When we do check forward walk, we're gonna continue spine further. So weight transfer spine, little bit continue further to achieve settling weight through the body and the heel. And as a reaction, your back knee will be flexed and move towards the front knee, and you will have slight touch. So the difference is that spine continue, release weight, and new close will be achieved, and then you will achieve the check forward walk. So this is check forward walk, and then it's a replace of the body weight, and then wherever, or close foot, or you move in some direction. So this is check forward walk. And do cucaracha. So the first step is the same. Straightening of the leg, toe turn out a little bit more than when you do a forward walk. Then the weight will stay between two legs. Yes. The only things, the heel is released from the floor. Yeah. And now the primary action is the number 8 Cuban motion between two legs will be danced without closing the knee and shifting the weight over towards the front leg and releasing weight on 2 and we will stay between and then 2 and 3 and 4. So 2 and 3 and 4. So the main action is the Cuban motion of the hips and not really a spine movement towards the front leg, and that's why we're not really gonna close the back leg towards the front one. So check forward wall, step, spine continuation of the spine, of course, depends on how much we allow to our partner to complete body weight. So we will follow a little bit a woman, and then we will check to stop her changing of direction with releasing the weight, creating action body and hip, allowing to complete that, and then we change the direction. Yeah. So forward cucaracha, usually danced in figures when woman not in front of you, not when you go exactly in open position in front of each other. Yeah, in these cases will be danced check forward wall. If like a fan position, if a man in a fan position and woman on the side, then we can do forward cucaracha, or we still can do check forward wall. But in explanation of the for example, alemana, yeah, after fan achieved, to dance into alemana, usually the description of the figure alemana starts from the fan position, the first alemana, yes, the normal one. So from fan position, when men get into that forward wall turning, we'll explain a bit later, the first step of man written in the fan position to achieve going to alemana is a check, forward cucaracha. Forward cucaracha, and then close foot, weight change, and then in alemana, backward cucaracha. And we will be apply the same rules. So difference between the back cucaracha or backward walk with the replaced body weight on the place. So it's the same, that spine movement, not gonna go on towards the back leg, settle the body weight through the body and the hip action towards the heel and then replace. Because the spine moves more towards the back leg, that's why the heel will be released from the front leg gradually. And the weight will be transferred to the back leg more to complete the action, transfer rate and action. And then it's a replace of the body weight, replace. So if the leg in front of you is straight and you need to move forward, there is a two possibility how you can do that. There is or replace body weight on the place or extended wall. The difference is between the replaced body weight or extended wall is that before we go on to transfer the weight, if it's a replace, then the foot lowering the heel down to the floor, this would be the first action. And then the body weight and spine movement over that leg will be as a second action. If man leads the lady into the forward walk, so the first movement will be not as foot, body weight and spine, and foot start to slide, to extend. Then it's an extended walk, yes, extended walk. Because starts from the body weight transfer and then achieving the foot action, footwork. So this is the difference. If we do back cucaracha, we stay split weight, we have a pressure step, and then we're dancing number 8 action, and then we replace fully. So it's between 2 feet, which is flat. So the footwork of back cucaracha is the same like a side cucaracha. Ball flat on the first step, leg moves further than body. Then the second step is flat, and then ball flat, foot close, and weight change in the place. So this is a backward fold cucaracha. Or cucaracha can be danced diagonally back, like it's used in some figures we will explain today. So it danced diagonally back with rotation of the body to the right, to the left, with 1/8 amount of the turn, 1/8 amount of the turn, and then we can go to advanced opening out or just proper foot close play change, like usually it's in the basic figures explained. Yeah. So I hope it's very clear what is difference between check forward walk and then replace body weight or forward cucaracha. Yeah. Check forward walk, replace body weight. Backward walk, replace on the spot. Yes. Or forward cucaracha. First step exactly the same as a check forward walk, and then it's a difference. Stay between two legs and dance more hip, number 8 Cuban motion, hip action, and then we come back. Or backwards word cucaracha. Or back subtle weight and then forward replace. So there is a difference. I hope it's very clear in the way I explain. I hope it's not too fast and very clear. So you will be not confused what to dance. And what is the difference? So next difference, hip twist and swivel. The difference is that hip twist, the name itself, hip twist, it's a name of the figure. Yeah, hip twist. We have four basic figures which called hip twist. Yes, we have a open hip twist, closed hip twist, continuous hip twist, and continuous circular hip twist. Yeah. So remember, hip twist is the name of the figure because in that figure we have a hips twist. Yes. Swivel, it's an action. So all those explanation of these 4 types of hip twist figures, every time in the chart of which action used, it's written swivel. Swivel action is that action on the foot, on the ball of the foot. What happens? Yeah, what happens? This called swivel action. Yeah. So if I make forward walk on the right leg and the change of direction, let's say to the right. So on the right standing leg, change of direction to the right. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. And it can be 1/8, let's say 1/8. It can be 1/4, exactly 90 degrees, like 1/4. It can be maybe a little bit more. All that action, or if you on the left leg and you have swivel to the left, 1/8, can be 1/4, can be 3/8. Yeah, can be 3/8. Can be half a turn. Yes, can be 5/8. 5/8. It's like a 4/8. It's a half a turn and plus 1 more 8. So 5/8. It can be 7/8. Yeah, 7/8 can be. There is in one figure called a spiral. Yeah, spiral, and that in that figure there is a different, let's say, finishing. In the figure spiral, if you go, for example, just purely spiral into open position, there is a three-quarter swivel on the leg. If you go into from the spiral into the fan position, then it's a 7/8. So 3/4, it's a 6/8. So 7/8, it's 1/4 more. Yeah. So there can be different amounts, but generally, if you on the right leg and change of direction goes to the right, so the same direction as the leg, then it's called swivel action. If you or on the left to the left, swivel action on the foot, on the ball of the foot. If you have, let's say, step forward on the right leg, but turning to the left, so right leg, but turn to the left, to the opposite direction. This is called forward walk turning, which usually describe the amount of turn is 3/8. And then it depends what is next. Yeah, backward walk or forward walk, another forward walk, depends. If the forward walk turning have more than 3/8, let's say 5/8, yeah? So 4/8 is a half a turn. Let's say it goes 5/8, 1 or 8. Then the leg goes through that spiraling, cross spiral, loose spiral, by using timing, the music, and the beats from this walk. So 4 and 1 on end. Men start to end. Men change direction. So not changing direction on 2 or 2 and. Changing direction on a previous beat. Previous beat. So if my next walk should be on and 2. Walk on 2. So previous beat, it's 1 and from 2 starts the next beat. So from the previous beat, and usually in the book there is a cross, which very clearly their description under the charts written. The cross, it means the change of that direction. That swivel happens on the previous beat. On the previous beat, very important. So when the change of direction, which is 1 quarter exactly, and it's written in action used, it's written 1 quarter swivel. So swivel to the left, sorry, to the right, swivel to the right. So swivel action to the right, and then in chapter amount of turn says 1 quarter. And then next step, forward 2. Then next step, exactly forward 3. And this is, we're already going to the fan position. So this is called open hip twist, which is for 1. And first step, no amount of turn. Second, replace on the spot, no amount of the turn. Third step, no amount of the turn, exactly forward. Yes, towards the man. Forward. Now, on the previous beat, change of direction, action you swivel. So swivel, and very important, to which direction? To the right. So swivel to the right, 1 quarter. And what is important, you don't really turn the whole body. And that mistake, what usually ladies do, swinging shoulders too much. Like starting by themselves from the shoulders and start to swing. It's very important that the action that should be more through the lower part of the body, and then the swivel action in the foot achieved to the right, 1 quarter. Yeah. So the right shoulder of woman stays towards the man frame. Yeah, man shoulder, man frame. Now forward exactly, forward exactly. Now if we go to fan position, this second step, it's a forward walk turn, which should have amount of turn 3/8 of amount of the turns. Like every forward walk description of amount turns is 3/8. So 3/8, it's 1/8, 2/8, 2/8, it's 1 quarter. Yeah. So from here to here, it's 1 quarter, and the third 8, it's 1 more towards the yard, so towards the man. So forward walk turning finish. That's it. Now the next walk, it's step back, yes, and the amount of turn should be 1 quarter. So from that diagonal towards the man, we're gonna use 1/8 of the turn to collect the leg, but we're not stopping it just for now. I do it slowly, and then 1/8 more across behind, and then we will be achieved good position with each other. So this is the fan position. One more very quickly. First to third step, no amount of the turn. So back, man changes, go, change 3, no amount of the turn, no amount of the turn. Swivel to the right, achieved from the previous beat, 1 quarter. Now, forward walk, turning 3/8. 1, 2, 3. Legs still on the place. And now, 1 quarter into the fan position. 1/8 is to collect, and 1 more 8 there. Good. Now we achieve good position. What is for the man? For the man, easy. First step, no change direction, no change direction. Now, man closing foot. What is important in every figure, when man and woman having closed position, yes, closed position. Sorry, open position. And when woman in front of the man, and man have to stop and close his feet because he needs to change her direction. The closing foot, if the woman in front of the man, should not be closed into sixth position. It should close into instep. So the foot which is moving back to close towards the standing leg should move a little bit past and close in step, half foot back. Very important, yes? So not 2, replace 3, in step, by continue moving this arm towards his left hip, and woman continue. And then swivel 1/4, swivel on the foot, hip twist, and then boom, boom, 3/8, 1, 2, 3, 1/8 to collect leg and weight, and then 1 more 8 to achieve backward wall. And that's it. So we have an open hip twist. Now, close hip twist. Usually close hip twist, if we start, let's say, from the basic, it starts in a closed position. Yes? Yeah. Or it's if the figure comes and man, let's say, from a fan position, after alemana, we will explain the alemana, and alemana. And when a woman finishes her sixth step of alemana towards man in a closed position. So usually when the woman finishes on the left foot from the previous step, she can dance close hip twist. So now what is important for the woman? When man lowering his arm and changing direction of the lady. So the lady gonna do that forward walk, turning on that foot. And of course the foot will swivels on the ball of the foot. The amount of turn, and the turn goes to the right, forward walk turning. And the first, to go into the first step, the backward walk, the amount of the turn, half of the turn, half. So exactly. Huh? Yeah. So if woman comes, let's say comes to the diagonal, half of the turn should be achieved. Then it's going to be a little bit more look like a opening out figure. If it's a closed hip twist, so man changing, a woman goes back, half a turn. So from the face to face here, close hold, half a turn by lowering the arm, forward walk turn into a backward walk, half a turn. Then man transfer lady forward, so replace of body weight, replace of foot, body weight, spine, and then over this step and the next one will be half of the turn. Exactly, again, close position. The only thing, the woman third step, the lower part of the body rotates a little bit more than half. Yes, so the body, the shoulders half, the turn, and the hips little bit more, and the leg action, it will be delayed. So it's not a forward walk, it's a forward delayed with compressed knee. Yeah, usually when there is a delay, it always has a like a star, and under the charts it's written delayed with the straight leg or delayed with the compressed knee. Here in closed hip twist should be delayed, half of the turn, 2, 3, delayed. Half of the turn in the shoulders and torso, and a little bit more in the hips and legs. The right leg, not exactly forward, a little bit across of the left. And the action used on that left foot is the swivel to the left. So when this hip twist we do, on the foot it happens swivel to the left, half a turn with the delay across the left leg step. So the next one, same, there is a cross. It says that the next one, the turn, sorry, swivel on the right foot with 1/4, the same like an open hip twist, the same and closed on this one will be 1/4 swivel to the right. So on the right leg, swivel to the right 1/4, and then we go into the fan position or in an open position. But for that, then man should continue rotate a little bit more to go into the open position as well, can be finished. Yeah. So it's important that the figure close hip twist. So we have forward walk turning. So 2, half a turn, 3, then half a turn, swivel on the left foot to the left with delayed. Lower part of the body a little bit more. Then swivel on the right foot to the right with amount of the turn 1/4. And again, there is a cross, which means that swivel action should happen on a previous beat of the music. So if we come here 4 and 1 step and swivel 1/4 and then walk 2, 3 and 3/8 and to the okay, you open position. Then man rotates more or fan position 1/8. Yeah. So what man dance? Basic originally man should do just kukaracha to the side with no amount of the turn. So if we go open hip twist, man dance just kukaracha to the side, to the left. Woman dance half a turn back, forward walk, replace. Then man close his foot and he change woman rotation, hip twist here, and arm after lowering comes back to that position. But then man should lower to lead the hip twist and then leading into a fan with 1/8 to the left. So this has been close hip twist. I hope it's clear for you amount of the turns and what hip twist stands for and what is swivel stands for. Yes. So in all the figures, hip twist that and hip twist open, hip twist close, hip twist continue, and hips in circular hip twist, continuous circular hip twist. Everywhere the action used is the swivel on the foot. So if we go to continuous hip twist, the beginning of this figure starts the same like a closed hip twist. So it's a closed hip twist, half a turn for the woman, backward walk, replace, half a turn here into delay across the body, lower, and very important, it's written, the notes. In the notes it's written, the lower part of the body rotates more than upper part of the body. So upper part of the body, half of the turn, the lower part of the body, maybe a little bit more, let's say 1/8 of or more. Then on the previous beat of music, so 4 and 1, and swivel to the right, yes, and it's gonna be 1/4, the same like in closed hip twist, to go into the fan position. But we're not releasing the hold. So we go 2 steps forward, that 1/4, 2. Then gonna be swivel on the left foot, swivel to the left. No, it's not circle. You do back kukaracha. Diagonal back kukaracha. The woman dance, hip twist to the left. And the amount of the turn, not half, yes? So half, it's a 4/8. It's written 3/8. So a little bit less than a half a turn. So if we've done from here 1/4 forward walk, then swivel to the left 3/8. So basically a little bit diagonal towards the right shoulder of the man. 3/8 there. And then it's a forward walk, turning 3/8. And then it depends what is the next figure. Of course, you know that in a competitive choreography, you know that swivels Yes, and we when we hear swivels, we straight away we understand swivels like in close hold. Those swivels when man leads this way, right? And or sometimes man leads that way, or usually in open position when man leads swivels in that position. So both these we used to call swivels, and there is a because we are swiveling on the foot. Difference between two those swivels is that one called inside swivel and another one called outside swivel. Why is that? It's because if man leads lady right foot forward and he swivels the lady on the right foot to the right, then rotation happens on the leg, which is the center, the axis, which is inside the rotation. That's why we call inside swivel, because swivel happens on the leg, which is inside the rotation. Yes? So right foot forward, swivel on the right to the right. Left foot forward, walk, and now on the left foot, swivels to the left. Yeah? Right forward, swivels to the right. Left forward, swivels to the left. If we will change and we're gonna go left leg, swivel to the right. Left leg, standing one, standing axis, swivel to the right. The swivel happens on the leg which is outside. So that's why it's called outside swivel. Then it's a forward walk to the right, but swivels to the left, and we brush leg. What is very important, if I do left leg forward and man changing your direction and you keep leg straight behind, yeah, or right leg forward and you keep the left leg straight behind, then it's going to be forward walk turning. If you do forward walk on the left, turning to the right, but leg create the leg action and the footwork with this beautiful brushing, and then, well, beautiful maybe not in my execution, but just imagine. And then the right leg swivel to the left, on the right foot swivel to the left, but with the brushing. This is called swivel, outside swivel, and not forward walk. Yeah, so clear. So now one more time, repeat continuous hip twist. Continuous. So start in a closed position. Then woman dance, half a turn backward walk. Man dance kukaracha. Then replace body weight, swivel on the left foot to the left with delayed. So lower part of body a little bit more, upper part of the body stay connected with the man, parallel to the man. Then on a previous beat, 4 and 1 and a step, swivel to the right, 1/4. Forward walk, swivel to the left on the left foot, 3/8, a little bit, not half, little bit less, slightly outside of the man. And then we can continue this swivel, or we go into the finishing forward walk, turning, and depends what is next. Can be 3 alemana. Yeah, second part of 3 alemana, or can be again a close hip twist next. So, or opening out. Yeah. So I hope it's clear. Clear, yes. Especially I hope it's clear what is hip twist and what is swivel. So remember, swivel, it's an action use. Hip twist, it's a one of the figures of the family of the hip twist. Yes. Now, continuous circular hip twist, very famous figure which is danced a lot by Donnie and Gaynor, MBE, and beautiful figure which is beautiful, especially for the ladies, because the beautiful leg action, footwork, brushing, swiveling, it's very beautiful and feminine. Yeah. So It starts as well like a closed hip twist. Yeah, closed hip twist. Half a turn, 2, 3. Half a turn into delay, 4. Then next one, it starts really circular hip twist. So the same 4 and 1 and swivel into a forward walk on 2. The amount of turns in circular hip twist not gonna be 1/4 because we're gonna keep circling to the left, So it's gonna have a little bit less. It's a 1/8 only. 1/8 forward walk on the left leg. Now swivel to the left of 3/8 with the delay. Now we have a dead delay, not on 4/1. We have on 3. So we had forward walk 2. This is 3. And we have only full beat for that. So half a beat we use for 3 for that delay. And now, and that we need to use for placing the weight on that leg and this hip twist and the swivel on the foot to the right on the right foot to the right, 1/8, 1/8 and forward wall. And again, hip twist with the delay and then swivel 1/8, 3/8, yes, like outside of the partner. And now just 1/8, 3/8 and 1/8. And like this, you go on and go on. So remember that the continuous hip twist, when you go from that after the closed hip twist and 2 and 3, delay. So here, half a turn. So half a turn to the right, half a turn to the left. Now swivel to the right. On the previous beat, 1/8 amount of the turn, forward wall. Now swivel to the left with the delay action on 3/8 of amount of the turns. Now swivel to the right, 1/8, swivel to the left, 3/8, 1/8, 3/8, 1/8, 3/8. And every time your delay will be, one time it's gonna be on forward, second time will be on 3. Yeah. So let's if you do it. So we have 1 and so 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1. Now on 2 and 3 and 4 and 2. And depends how long we continue. Usually it does 3 bars, this figure. So this is continuous circular hip twist, and I hope it's clear. The amount of the turn, what is the action used, swivel, and the name of the figure and how you do. Now for the man, I just have to explain for the man the continuous hip twist and the continuous circular hip twist. So man, when we dance a continuous hip twist, what is important? So here, cucaracha to the left, weight transfer full, and he closing, foot close, weight change. It can be done through advanced opening out. Advanced opening out, it's when the entry of from the previous figure, usually when men dance, let's say, back cucaracha or diagonal back cucaracha, we close foot. Anywhere when we need to close foot, like a fan alemana. When alemana man dance, it's a backward cucaracha, foot close. But it can be changed. It can be changed that it comes from, so the last one will be not foot close. It will be danced across. The right leg goes across the left leg. And then we're gonna dance. Check forward walk. But amount of the turn from this previous forward across step, and that what is very important. This step, we're using those hip twists and a little bit of swivel on the standing left foot, and we step in right leg across the left leg. So the hip twist and the swivel happens to the left, but body have to rotate to the right. Yeah, so to the right. Because that body already start to go into that 3/8 now across and to check forward walk. So across body, body goes to the right, while that change under my body happens to the left. So open opposition, across, and then 3/8 to the right. We have, so basically into diagonal. So if I'm facing audience, I will go very much across, like nearly like into that direction. So not diagonal forward. If you go diagonal forward, then you will have only 1/4. Yeah, 1/4 into that diagonal. But normally it's have to be done really like across the body. So basically in that direction. And then from here, man goes into 3/8. Yeah. So from here, yeah, 1/8, 2/8, 3/8. So basically into that diagonal and that diagonal. In this case, when man does advanced opening out entry, in this case, amount of the turn for the lady will be more. Yes. So in that case, when man goes like this across, and then the woman should go not just a half a turn, a little bit 1/8 more, because we basically, woman backward walk and man that check forward walk should be parallel. So man doesn't go more and closes the lady. So we have this close and then replace and then across. Men have to do diagonal, delayed back with the compressed knee. With 1/8 of rotation in the body and a little bit more in the lower part of the body. So cross and then change, and then depends what we do. So if man in continuous hip twist, when we go just, let's say, just now basics to the cucaracha, half a turn for the woman then, and then when man closes, boom. So woman goes across here, yeah. Now when man leads across lady there, men need to dance diagonal back cucaracha, and the body will rotate 1/8 to the left. So he leads the lady across. Then he changes by using cucaracha action, change of blade direction, and then we go 3/8 for the lady. Man replace the body weight, and then depends where we go. It can be maybe rope spin, and then 2, 3, 4, and then 2, 3, and close 4. Yeah, rope spin. So this is continuous hip twist. So man dances or open the advanced opening out through the delay, or just cucaracha to the left. When lady does next hip twist, man dance diagonal back cucaracha, diagonal back with 1/8 of rotation body to the left, and then advanced can be as well, advanced opening out, or just into closing foot together. So this is continuous hip twist. If man dances continuous circular hip twist, can be done as well. The entry can be right arm to the right arm with advanced opening out, yeah, 2. Then woman, like I said, it's gonna be 1/8 or 1/4, depends on a man amount of turn rotation will be more as well. So then we have to be more like in diagonal. Then from here replace man that delay, woman as well delay across. And every time now woman, when she steps 1/8 here, man goes 1/8 to the side, is slightly diagonal back, 1/8. Now when man leads lady for 3/8 of swivel on the left foot to the left into delay, men have 1/8 in the 1/8 only in the body rotation, not more. So we stay in shoulders quite parallel. So the woman doesn't turn more. Woman turn more hips, but not the shoulder. Shoulders stay parallel. And then 1/8 there. Man the side and slightly back. So 1/8. Now man 1/8, woman 3/8, and more in the hips. There. Whoa, 1/8, 3/8. 1/8, 3/8. 1 man and 3/8. So, and you continue like this. So, I hope it's clear what is hip twist. And what is swivel? Remember, hip twist figure, swivel action used. Clear. And in different situation, different amount of turns is happened. Now, I would like to go into Alemana and explain Alemana because we have 4 entry into Alemana, 4 different possibilities how we enter Alemana or how we finish Alemana. Yes, and I don't take at the moment 3 Alemanas. The figure itself, separate figure itself, 3 Alemana. Yeah, so maybe next time. Yeah, so yeah, I know. So I think thank you very much. I see you next year.
Next year.
Well, no, next year on Zoom it means another
we see you live. Just have to see you.
Anyway,
Okay.
I'm grateful to Zoom, but I must say I prefer if it would be not necessary for us to use it. Anyway, so Alemana. So Alemana starts, usually explanation of Alemana starts from the fan position. So when we achieved fan position, man dances, guys, you now is the front wall, yes? You are the audience. So this is straight forward for him, yeah? So it was a 1-8 to the left, forward walk turning for the man. By the way, there is a technical explanation in the book, the right amount of turn in the I am personally, and I was taught as well, and I'm personally actually a little bit dance myself, a little bit different, not the way technically was explained, but for now, just the way it is in the book, yes? So 1-8 here, so man stays facing the wall, and woman had this step backward walk after 1-8. So basically, I'm standing facing to the man this way. So then, the closing of the foot right to the left is the first step of figure Alemán. So no amount of turn, 1 step, so on 2. Then on step 3, it's still forward, no amount of the turns. From that step, when man led lady into the left leg forward walk, from this moment, he rise arm, not towards him, and now back to the side, not like this. Yes, he rise arm immediately, just placing on the side. And that's already tells every time the arm raises up, it means that there gonna be a turn made underarm in some direction. Can be here like hockey stick, yes, or can be here into Alemana. So when man does after step on 3, now when man leads lift that arm, shape happen, change of the shape happens. The woman continue her step, third step on 4-1, 1-8 of rotation towards the man left side. Yeah. So from the fan position, no turn, 1-8 to the man. Now from that 1-8 to the man, we fill up. Man changes the lady weight towards the heel, and lady dance the leg action across the body, very much across the body, with no turn in the shoulders, not looking with the focus. So looking forward, man with the breathing, his frame and body changes, and it's happened on 2. Now on 2 and women have to quickly transfer weight to that left foot and turn to the right. Turning to the right. The amount of the turn, 3/4. So 1-8 towards the man. Yes, 1-8. So if I'm facing that diagonal, no, too much. You're facing, so audience this way. Yeah, sorry, this way. If that's my straight line, so after step on 3, so close foot, 2, step 3 forward. On 4, 1-8 from that diagonal towards the man, 1-8. So this diagonal is now my direction. Now across the body on 2. Now from here, 3/4. So from this facing here, 3/4 of the turn. So 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. So where my leg was standing, that's exactly my direction. So it should be, if I stay, let's say, to the wall like this, it should be in that diagonal. So if now towards you, straight line, so a little bit diagonal compared to you now, diagonal. So that diagonal, so remember, 1-8 on step 3, so 2, no step, on 3 forward, on a third step, which is on 4-1, 1-8 to the right. Now on the right, delay 2, now very quickly, and 3/4. Now it's extended walk because man produces spine body weight transfer. Yeah. So it's not a replace here. It's a forward walk extended. Yeah. Extended. Now over that 5th and 6th steps, you need to achieve gradually 3/8 of amount of turns. So what is 3/8? 3/8, it's a little bit less than a half a turn. So if I was diagonally here, so from that straight line, exactly there is a half a turn. So if I was on that diagonal 1/8, so I just gonna finish there. Yeah. So from that diagonal, extended walk, and now when I go into a 6th position, I swivel on the right foot to the right to change direction, and I dance towards the man straight towards his right side of the body. There. And then from here can be 3 alemana, and then delay, and then boom, 3 alemana. Yeah? I'm not going to take it today because time is flying. I would like to quickly explain. Another 2 is important. There is a 2 alemanas which dance in open position, and 2 open position, like I said before, open position facing. When it's a left arm, right arm, or right and right arm. There will be a little bit slight difference in amount of turns because of the arm position difference. When you have a left arm man and right arm woman, we have no amount of turn back, replace, and now forward. Man rises the arm, which indicates some turn. So when he indicates the turn going to be made that way, so the woman continue the 4th step forward. So there is no hip twist. So woman just continue step. The only thing, of course, not into the man. Yeah, man dance the same like in a normal alemana. Back cucaracha replace can be danced diagonally, not side, diagonally back replace. Yes, and the woman don't really swivels here and no hip twist. She continue forward, but of course not into your partner, outside of the partner because indication of the arm happened. So she starts the steps forward, just slightly outside. So, and on that 4 steps, there's 2, half a turn, exactly half a turn should be achieved. And now extended walk, and now half a turn exactly towards the man into closed position. So there is a half a turn. So half turn and half turn. Quickly one more time. And 2, 3, 4. Half turn, close hold. If the arm position changes and there is a right arm of the man and right arm of the woman, there are going to be all out figure, the amount of turn will be the same, full turn. Yeah, because half and half it's a full turn. Same. The only thing when we do them 2, 3, 4. So basically, first walk, replace 2nd step, 3rd step. When you do the 4th step, the same. Man leads a little bit. So with that change of shape of the arm, gives a slide outside, underarm. And now will be not just a half a turn, a little bit more there. So the foot should be a little bit changed slightly that direction. Why? Because different arm. So it's a little bit too far away if the half turn. So slightly a little bit more. Then lead that way and then change 3/8 towards him. 3/8. So on the first one will be not half a turn. Yes, and half a turn is a 4/8. 4/8. So a little bit more. It means 5/8. And then to achieve full turn, you only left 3/8. So 8/8 is a full turn. So 5/8 on the step 4 and 3/8 over step 5th and 6th. So one more time. I'm just gonna count, not timing. I'm gonna count the steps. So first step, second step, third step. Same, no change of direction. Now, same but slightly outside. 5/8 and then 3/8 towards the man into whatever next one. Yeah. So this is another 2 alemanas because different starting position. So not from fan position. Starts with the open position. Left arm of the man, right arm of the woman, and opposite right to right. So the amounts of the turn is different compared if you go to the front fan position. So important to know. The next is the starting position will be fan, but finishing is different. It's if we would like to go from a fan position, from fan position, and we go no turn, 1/8, now 2 3/4, and over steps 5, 6, there would be change of direction 1/4 more over step 5th and 6th. So we finish into open counter promenade position. So counter promenade position. So bodies not parallel, are slightly open into that way. So can be 1/4. Should be 1/4 for the woman. And for the man, important after achieved from fan position. Exactly towards audience. Straight, replace completely the same straight. Yes? 1/8 for the woman. Now, man lead underarm. Now the man should change 1/8 into back cucaracha. 1/8, but to the right 1/8. So to the right, now 3/4 for the lady. Now over step 5th, and now we go into the counter promenade position. So for the man, another 1/8, and for the lady 1/4. So from that diagonal, you have you went from the straight, it's a 1/8, and now to the left, kind of 1/8. So you come back to your position. Yeah. So this is another alemana. So we have four type of alemanas. I mean, alemana itself is the same, but the entry or the finishing are different. Yeah. So this is very important to know, I think, and to know that amount of turns, direction, action use, and how we relate the alignment of the man and the woman to each other. I hope it's clear and we clarified many things today. So remember the difference between the cucaracha forward or check forward wall, or difference between cucaracha back and backward wall and replace body weight. What is the difference? Or replace body weight or extended wall different. Then the knowledge of hip twists, and we have a 4 type of hip twist: open hip twist, closed hip twist, continuous hip twist, continuous circular hip twist. Yes. And what is swivel? Swivel, it's an action, swiveling on the action on the foot. Yeah, on the foot. And important that it's on the right, swiveling to the right, on the left, swiveling to the left. And difference between outside swivel, inside swivel. Difference between the forward wall turning and outside swivel. So all that knowledge and so all of this, it's important to know for a dancer because this is our alphabet. So you need to know this. It's like in school, first, third, fourth, fifth, wherever, you're learning basic things. So this is very important to know because sometimes I meet professional dancers who have no clue in all those differences. Anyway, thank you very much. I think it's a little bit too much of information today, but it's a lot and it's important. So try to write down, to memorize, and you can write your questions. If you didn't understand something or you missed it, you didn't hear it, you need to repeat more, because all this information you keep repeating to really understand and memorize everything. So write your questions in direct in Instagram, or in direct Instagram is the best, because in chat in Zoom, when we close, we don't see any more questions, so it's better in direct Instagram. So thank you very much, guys. Have a good evening or morning or afternoon. And please as well write down if you like these times, what we did today. At 9 o'clock in the evening, Moscow time. Europe, it's 8 o'clock in the evening, and United States is probably
Is
8 hours back, so it's approximately 1 o'clock. No.
2 p.m.
Yes, 1 o'clock afternoon.
No,
so
it's
anyway,
2 p.m.
Yes. So, guys, thank you very much, and have a good time. Ciao.